Welcome to the Explainer. Hey, if you're looking to make that leap from just kind of coordinating IT tasks to being a certified project manager, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are breaking down everything you need to know about the CompTIA Project Plus certification with the full 2025 guide.
Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover what Project Plus even is. Then, we're going to decode that PK0-005 exam. After that, I'll give you a solid blueprint to pass. And finally, we'll talk about a really big change happening in 2025. Let's do this.
All right, first things first, what exactly is CompTIA Project Plus? Understanding what it's all about is going to help you figure out if it's the right next step for your career.
So let me ask you something. Are you already the person who's, coordinating stuff for your IT team? Maybe it's a help desk ticket system, a network upgrade, or rolling out some new software. If you're already doing that kind of work but want to get the official skills and, frankly, the recognition for it, then yeah, Project Plus was pretty much made for you.
Think of Project Plus as your entry-level ticket into the world of formal project management. The great thing is it's vendor neutral. That means the skills you learn aren't tied to one company's software, they're universal. It basically proves you've got the chops to handle small to medium-sized projects from the very beginning to the very end. And here's the best part. No strict prerequisites. Now, CompTIA does recommend you have about 6 to 12 months of hands-on experience, but it's not a hard and fast rule.
Okay, but what about other certs out there, like the CAPM from PMI? How do they stack up? Well, you can see right here the big difference is the focus. The CAPM, it's often seen as a stepping stone to the big PMP certification. Project Plus, on the other hand, is all about practical, IT-focused skills that you can literally start using on the job tomorrow. It's really built for getting you value fast, especially in a tech environment.
All right, let's move on. It's time to pull back the curtain on the exam itself, the PK0-005. Because if you don't know what's on the test, you can't really build a solid study plan, right?
Okay, now this chart. This is basically your secret weapon for studying smart, not just hard. Just look at this. Project management concepts and the lifecycle phases, together, that's nearly 2/3 of the entire exam. That tells you everything you need to know. The exam cares way more about you understanding the why and the how of a project than anything else.
So what does that actually mean when you're studying? Well, this isn't about memorizing a textbook. Not at all. It's about application. For instance, you'll need to know how to actually build a RACI chart. The one that spells out who's responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. And you'll have to be able to connect the dots, like linking a project charter to the right phase of the project lifecycle.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty of exam day. You've got 90 minutes to answer up to 90 questions. So yeah, the math is easy on that one. You've got to keep about a 1 minute per question pace. Time management is absolutely key. And check this out. It's not just multiple choice. They throw in performance-based questions. That means you might have to do things like drag and drop items into the right order, or maybe even fill in parts of a project document. It's hands-on.
Okay, so now that we've completely decoded the exam, it's time to get tactical. This next part is your personal action plan. We're talking budget, study schedule, everything you need to actually go out and pass this thing.
First up, let's talk money, the investment. In the US, a single exam voucher is going to run you $369. Now, that's for 2025, and prices can be different depending on where you live, so definitely check the CompTIA website for your area. But that's the number to start with for your budget.
And this is the magic number, 710. That's the score you need to pass on a scale of 100 to 900. So every time you sit down to study, every practice exam you take, this is your target. You're aiming to consistently hit above that 710 mark.
And here it is, your 8-week study plan. Look, this isn't just some random suggestion. It's a proven roadmap to get you ready. You see how the first 6 weeks line up perfectly with the exam domains we just talked about? We're focusing on the most important stuff first. Then, those last 2 weeks are all about practice, 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 full-length rehearsals to lock it all in. If you stick to this, you're going to walk into that testing center feeling confident.
Okay, let's get to our final section, and I really need you to pay attention here, because this is a big deal. There's a huge policy change coming up in late 2025, and it's going to affect how you manage this certification for the long haul. You definitely need to know about this.
So look closely at this timeline. For a long time, Project Plus has been what's called a good-for-life cert. You earn it once, and you're done. But that's all changing.
If you get certified on or after October 1st, 2025, it's a whole new ballgame. Your cert will now require renewal through their continuing education program.
So what does that even mean, renewal? Well, it means you'll need to earn 30 continuing education units, or CEUs, every 3 years to keep it active. And you can get these in a bunch of ways, like attending webinars, doing more training, or even getting another higher-level cert. It's really just CompTIA's way of making sure your skills don't get stale.
And I know what you might be thinking. Oh, great, more work. But honestly, this change actually makes the certification more valuable. It puts Project Plus on the same level as other major certs, like the PMP. It sends a message that you're not just certified, you're current. It really helps solidify that move from being the IT person who helps out to a recognized project coordinator or analyst. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, right? The certificate itself is not the goal. It's proof that you know how to deliver actual, tangible results. So when you get this cert and you're talking about it in an interview, don't just say, I'm Project Plus certified. Talk about the outcomes. Talk about the timelines you hit, the risks you saw coming and headed off, the processes you made better. That's what really matters.
So there you have it. We've gone through the what, the why, and the how. You've got the complete guide to getting your CompTIA Project Plus certification. So really, there's only one question left. What's your first move?